Hey guys, the black phone is ringing again, and this time it is louder, scarier, and pulling us right back into a nightmare we thought was over in our movie preview video. Black Phone to once again directed by Scott Derrickson. This supernatural horror sequel continues the chilling story based on Joel Hill's short story, and trust me, the grabber is back and he is deadlier than ever. Get ready, the haunting ring of the black phone will echo in your mind when the movie hits United States theaters on October 17th. Thanks to Universal Pictures. Let's dive deep into the movie preview video Black Phone 2 by discussing its positive and negative aspects. So, what's the story in this time? It has been 4 years since 13-year-old Phil escaped the grabber by killing him. Now he is 17 but still haunted by the past. Unfortunately, evil does not stay buried. The grabber spirit returns, and this time is targeting Phil's younger sister Gwen. At 15, will start having disturbing dreams and visions. She hears the black phone ringing again and sees kids being hunted at a snowy camp called Alpine Lake. Determined to protect her brother, Gwen convinces Finn to head to the camp during a raging winter storm. But what they discover there connects the grabber to their families fast, and to survive, they will have to face a killer who is even more dangerous in death than he ever was in life. Positives of the movie: the grabber in this film is terrifying, almost like a Freddy Krueger style nightmare figure. He is angrier, stronger, and unstoppable in the dream world. The sequel cranks everything up. It is darker, bloodier, and way more unsettling. But what makes it stand out is not just the scares, it is the heart. This time the story belongs to Gwen. Her psychic visions are not just creepy, they are emotional, and they give the film real depth. The sibling bond between Gwen and Phil feels authentic, and that emotional weight grounds the supernatural horror. The snowy Alpine Lake setting is another way. It is isolated, eerie, and perfect for the kind of dreamlike horror Derrickson is going for. The dream sequences themselves are shot in a grainy, Super 8 style that feels tactile and genuinely unsettling. Performance-wise, both Finn and Gwen are fantastic. They have grown since the first film, and their acting adds maturity and weight to the story. Gwen especially steals the spotlight here. Stylistically, it leans into 1980s horror vibes with nods to Nightmare on Elm Street, The Shining, and even Friday the 13th, but it never forgets to tell its own story. The sound design, the visuals, the mix of raw emotion with brutal scares, all of it makes the Black Phone 2 feels bigger and scarier than the first movie. Narratives of the movie: the pacing drags in places. The first act takes a while to build, and the third act spends too much time explaining backstory instead of keeping the tension high. The movie also borrows a lot from classic horror, and at times it feels a little too much like an Elm Street homage rather than something entirely new. If you are not into heavy references, that might bug you. It is also way gorier than the first one. We are talking brutal nightmare sequences, frozen corpses, and some really graphic child deaths. Definitely not for the faint of heart. And one more thing, while the supernatural angle with the grabber makes sense for a sequel, if you love the more grounded horror of the first film, this shift might feel a little jarring. So here is the bottom line: the Black Phone 2 takes horror sequels to the next level. It balances spooky dreamlike visuals with real emotional storytelling, especially with Gwen at the center. The sibling bond feels real, the scares hit hard, and the grabber is creepier than ever. Yes, it slows down sometimes, and yes, it borrows a little too heavily from classic horror, but overall this is a sequel that does not just copy the first movie, it expands on it. I am giving the Black Phone 2 a solid 4 out of 5 stars. It is expected to open strong to around 26 million on opening weekend when it hits US theaters October 17th. If you love atmospheric horror with retro vibes, emotional depth, and some seriously haunting scares, this is one you don't want to miss. So what do you think, guys? Are you hyped for the Black Phone 2? Did you love the first one, or do you think the sequel looks even scarier? Drop your thoughts in the comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more horror reviews just like this. Please use the thanks option as much as you can to support us. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, keep an ear out, because you never know when the Black Phone will ring again. Thank you.